All right, good morning, everyone. We have another explanation video of one of our Excel sheets. It's Dave here, Davan Group. I'm actually in Chicago right now in a hotel. It's, I think, 3 in the morning here, local time, which is always fun. The world seems to be sleeping. I'm awake. I'm doing Excel. I love this stuff. I'm going to walk you guys through one of my favorite sheets. So we're approaching the end of the year, and this sheet is good to kind of set your goals for the following year. Now, when Ryan and I started selling on Amazon, we would see people tell us that their annual revenues were like $3 million. And we're like, how? That's impossible. And then we started just breaking down the numbers and said, hey, look, I think this is actually achievable. And this sheet is exactly for that purpose. We're going to walk you through it. It's extremely simple. Remember, all the blue cells you guys can fill in. And we're going to walk you through it. We'd love for the people that have these sheets, share screenshots in our Facebook group. Show us what your goals are for the next coming years. Okay, let's walk through it right here at the top. On the front sheet, you can just go ahead and change the year. So I'm going to put it to 2022. We're going to plan out next year. We're going to say that we're just starting out. Our yearly revenue goal is $30,000, and then for the year after, we'd like to see it grow to, let's say, $100,000. And then the year after that, let's say to $1 million. Okay. So what does this sheet do is it actually breaks it down so we can get in the feeling and understanding for how many units would we have to sell daily or monthly. Okay. So here, one thing you might notice is that when you open the sheet, it may not look like this. There's a little plus button here on the side. You can actually close it, collapse it. Super cool feature from Excel. You can just collapse this. So we put it here, select minus or plus to see a detailed plan. Okay, we'll keep it closed now because it'll be the simple overview. So we go ahead and put in our $30,000. That means it would be an average monthly revenue of $2,500. If we put in our profit margin here, which is the average of all our SKUs that we kind of have before marketing and inventory fees, let's say of about 40% or 42%, we can see that our yearly profit would be $12,600, monthly $1,000. We'll add advertisement costs here. You can go ahead, put in your tacos, let's say 10 or 15%. Inventory fees. Now, this is sometimes hard for you guys to know when you're just starting out. Ours are normally between 1% and 3%. Let's say it depends how fast you can turn it around. So we'll keep it at 2% for now. That information is actually provided to you in Seller Central. So once you start selling, you're going to be able to find that on the inventory planner. It'll tell you the percentage of your total revenue, what you paid towards your inventory storage at FBA. We'll keep it at 2%. Now, after marketing and inventory fees, so once that's filled in, we're going to make a monthly profit of $625. If we add in all of our company expenses for the year, so this could be subscriptions to softwares or accounting fees, legal fees, anything like that. Just go ahead and just put in a roughly estimate. We'll say $5,000 a year. You can put in a payout percentage. How much do you want to pay yourself out, right? So we can put, let's say, 10% in here. Then it'll show you that in the first year, you'll only pay yourself out $750. I mean, you're starting the business, which is monthly $62.50. But the nice thing is you can see that, you will be profitable. It's green right here. Down here is a cool little just feature, company valuation. You can just put in whatever you think it might be worth. So let's say 3 or 5 times your yearly profit. So if we put it at 5, the company in your first year running, it might be worth $8,000. So obviously, this is just a starting point. We want to see it grow year to year. Okay, so this is how you can quickly fill it out. We'll go ahead and we'll mimic the same numbers. Let's say it's the same products here, just so you guys can see how it would kind of evolve. So assuming that all expenses year to year stay, and it's just your sales are growing. Let's see, we're going to pay ourselves out 10%. Okay, so you can see here that after your 3 years of selling, if you make a total annual revenue of, let's say, $1 million by year 3, that your company valuation might be somewhere up to 1.1 million. That would be great. You can also pay yourself out monthly about $2,000 a month. So this gives you a nice little roadmap of how you can get there. Now, you want to understand though, what do I have to actually sell to make this yearly revenue goal that we put up here? And this sheet breaks it down. So remember I showed you guys the plus on the side. Go back to there, do the drop-down menu, and now what we can see is what are the units required to meet those revenue goals. So keep your eye here on this column, the column D for now. Okay, this is going to be our first year. So we said if we want to make $30,000 a year, then, and if we sell our product at, let's say, $19.99, we would only have to sell 4 units a day or 126 units a month. Now, the reason why we put daily or monthly units is because some people like to just consider their product on the monthly level and they get a good feel for, okay, I got to sell 100 units a month. Some people like to look at it on a daily level, right? So like, oh, I got to sell 5 or 10 units a day. So we put both of those in there for you. And we also added different price points, right? So if you know, like, okay, if I'm selling a product that's around $30, if I want to make $30,000, I only have to sell 2.8 a day, right? So 84 a month. That seems totally achievable, right? So this breaks down our goal very visibly. So we can see, even to make, let's say, $1 million, if I sell, a product or several products at $29.99, I'm going to have to sell a total of 90 products a day, or 91 products a day, to make my $1 million a year. Okay. Now this blue square allows you to put in a custom price. So if you're saying, nah, you know what, I want to sell for $26.73. Sorry about that. So $26.73, then you can see how many units you would have to sell. Remember, daily or monthly, based on this price that you put in, it would be right here. Now, what we want to see is, okay, if we say at $29.99, it's going to be 91 units what we're going to have to sell a day. Am I able to do that with just one product, one SKU, or would I have to have multiple SKUs? So this one down here, this next table, is going to show you, okay, what are the minimum number of SKUs required at defined units that I can put in here to meet our revenue goals? So it's very simple. We're going to go in and we're going to say, okay, if I want to sell, if I'm going to sell, let's say, 5 units a day, so I go ahead and put 5 units a day, then this sheet says, well, I only need one SKU to make the $30,000, okay, at these prices. So that's good to know, right? If I say, and it's essentially, you can put in this number here to verify that. So if I'm saying that on this column, the $1 million, it'll be a bit more evident what we're trying to achieve here. So if I put in, okay, I'm going to sell 10 units per day of a specific SKU. I know I can do 10 units a day. That's my target for each of the products I have. And I'm selling them all at roughly $29.99. Then this sheet tells me, okay, for me to make my $1 million revenue goal, and I only sell each SKU 10 units a day, then I'm actually going to need 10 different SKUs to do that. So this allows you to plan your product portfolio to say, okay, I think each product that I sell, it can easily sell 10 units a day. I want to make $1 million revenue in the year. They're all going to sell at around $29.99. Then this sheet will tell you, okay, you got to sell 10 different SKUs. And that'll help you, when you're looking for new products. And the nice thing is you can just go ahead and you can change it. If you see, like, on average, you're actually selling 15 units a day from each of your SKUs, well, then you only need 7 different SKUs and you'll make your $1 million revenue. So play with the sheet. It gives you a nice overview of what you have to do to meet your yearly revenue goal. And like I said, share some of those screenshots with us. Tell us what your goals are. Go to our Facebook group and put some screenshots in. Now, this sheet isn't done. This is just the first tab. It's to give us an overview, an idea of how to reach our goals. And here is essentially a route on how to get there. So remember, what we're going to do is, in the back of our mind, we're going to keep some price points and some numbers. So I know, for example, here we're going to sell, let's put this back down to 10 units. We need about 10 SKUs, right, at $29.99 to get our $1 million revenue. So we're going to go in the route here on the second tab, and we're going to keep the sales per day. You can change that to month if you prefer. I like dealing with days, so I like 10 units a day, so we're going to keep it in day. So here we can put in our SKU name, right? We'll call it product 1, and we're going to put it in at $29.99. And if we say, okay, I'm going to make about, I'm expecting to sell about 10 a day, then you can see that this product alone will generate a yearly revenue of $100,000. Now, let's say product 2, I'm going to sell for a bit cheaper, $24.99. I'm also expecting, let's say, 10 units per day. It'll give you $90,000. And you keep adding all your SKUs that you're planning on selling. And what it does is it essentially adds them up. And it'll show you what could be your total annual revenue here. So it's a bit more precise because it allows you to split it up by SKU, by their actual price points. So the way Ryan and I do it is, we just start with this just to get a general feel for what do we actually have to do in order to scale really quickly to get to our revenue goal. And then we go in and we actually add in our actual products here with our actual numbers that we expect roughly. And then we can see what kind of annual revenue are we going to expect by the end of the year. And the cool thing is this allows you to fill in up to 25 different SKUs. So just go ahead and play with it. and let us know what you get. Let us know if you have any questions for the sheet, and yeah, always reach out to us. We love feedback. We love making these sheets better for you guys. And that's essentially it, guys. Hope you enjoy it. This is the Goals Roadmap. Go ahead and crush them.